Thanks. Hi, Brandon.
Hi,
Sophia Soto with
Sophia. Of
Shards of Color. So good to see both of you, and thank you for your time.
Thank
course.
you. So good to see you again.
It is so good to see you. You know I was covering this project. You had to know you were going to see me
Yes, I
today.
saw you on the list and I was like, heck yeah, let's do this.
Well, I loved the show. I literally binged it all in a day, no joke. So
Oh,
we are going to be, oh yeah, I'm not even kidding. We sat and binged the whole thing.
Oh my
yeah.
We are
God.
going to be talking spoilers if you guys want to, and then I can just hold it, whatever you want to say. So, the first thing I got to ask you about is we get to see Harmon and Diaz's relationship and dynamic evolve throughout the season, which was really like the heart of the story, I feel, in my opinion. What do you each consider to be like the most significant moment in their evolution?
Hmm. Do you want to answer that first?
Sure, I'd
Yep.
be happy to. I think two moments. I think day one, when Diaz is meeting Harmon just after experiencing a tragic loss of not only a fellow officer, but a friend. And then a point in the show where Harmon is about to make a decision that might alter her career and that might change the trajectory of her life. And she gives Diaz the opportunity to basically sit this one out because it's something that she has to pursue,
Mhm.
but she's going to give him the choice whether he wants to pursue it with her. And I feel like in that moment, the two characters from two different walks of life, they become one and they start to really work in unison together towards a common goal. Um, Yeah, for me that was the two moments that stood out to me. What about you, Troy?
Absolutely. No, I think that's a really those are really beautiful moments and yeah, that moment that you're talking about where they really she says you can sit this one out, you're either 100% with me or not.
Yeah.
It because that from that moment on, particularly at the call that they're about to go on, they have to be partners. She cannot
Yeah.
be above him. They have to be moving through that scenario absolutely on equal footing, and so I think that that is a really beautiful way that kind of like there's no hierarchy. It slams them right on the same level. And then I think there's another really wonderful moment where, throughout as much of the series as she can, I think Harmon is really trying to hold Diaz at an arm's length for his own protection and for her own protection. Going through the loss that she did, I think she's like, I'm not going to do that again. I want to make sure that he's safe, but I cannot, you know, let him in too close. And then we find out something about, his family, and we find out something about her family. And there's this really incredible moment where he sees just this crack right through her.
Mm.
And it's really wonderful because she has not been helping him at that point in the same way that he would like her to, but he still offers out his hand to her and says, let me help with this, and it's an incredible moment because she trusts him. She trusts him with something that I don't think she wants anybody to witness.
Yeah.
All of them were beautiful moments that you mentioned. I really loved seeing their relationship grow. And there is a quote that I actually had to pause the show to write down because I loved it so much. It was, "We think we know what this job is when we first
Mhm.
come on, but it's not really clear until we get that one call." And I imagine that not only can apply to police, detectives, but you as actors, any job I have. In terms of this project, was there a moment where you felt that way, whether it be a challenge that wasn't clear when you signed on to it or something you learned that you weren't expecting to learn from it?
Mm,
Wow.
that's an excellent question.
Yeah. I
Thank
need
you.
to think.
Yeah, it's, for me, I think there is so much about my character that I don't think I could do, you know? There are so many situations that she just runs into. I remember there's this really great This American Life story where they're talking about I think life oh my God, two lifeguards are swimming in the ocean and somebody yells shark and immediately they both swim towards the person who's closest to the shark. And there's this really interesting, conversation that was as I was listening to that, I was like, right, who does that?
Mm.
I don't think I would do that, but it's really wonderful to be able to be in the shoes of a character. And I think Tim and Elliot did a wonderful job of writing these characters where that's their job. Their job is when everybody is moving away, they run towards the person who needs the most help.
Wow, yeah.
And they offer up themselves in service of that person. And I think that was what I learned the most from this process, from working with you. It's about really how to be in service, and from going on ride-alongs too, really just watching how police officers are in service.
I think this show, me personally, it challenged me every single day. There were some scenes that I read and I'm like, oh man, I'm expected to do this, whether it was a big emotional scene that we had or a big physicality scene. When you first read it, your imposter syndrome almost kind of kicks in for a second. You're like, there's no way that I can do this. Like, they've got the wrong person. Is it too late for me to back out? All these thoughts start to flood your mind. And as you start to prepare a little bit more, or you start to work with these people, you start to realize, okay, we all want the same thing. We all want for this show to be the best that it can be. We all want to tell a show that's based in truth and honesty. And I think it got a little easier for me, but I think getting the initial phone call that I booked the job, it was just sudden, like, this is the best day of my life, to, oh my God, the amount of pressure now that comes with this. But we were set up for success. I mean, from the writers, to everybody involved. I mean, like I said, they just wanted the show to succeed. So to know that we had that safety net, that if we failed, whatever your definition of failure is, we were going to be caught and we were going to be uplifted, because everybody just wants the show to do great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's really great. Like I said, I could not stop watching. I can't wait for everyone else to see it. And congratulations on incredible performances. Seriously, like it was really good. I can't wait for everyone to see it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So good to see you, Troian. So good to meet you, Brandon. It's always a pleasure.
Thanks
you.
for your amazing questions.
Oh my God, of course. I could talk to you forever.
I love it. I love it. Have a great day.
Bye.
You too. Bye.
Fanboys, professional artists, and professors. Maybe a nerd who's just like you, talking about the things that you like too. So I invite you to the NOC. In full color, you see me